Hi there, I'm Linda Geffen. I am your child's honors geometry teacher this year. This video is in case you miss curriculum night or miss something I said at curriculum night, then hopefully this will help answer any questions that you have. A little bit about myself. I was originally in accounting and finance and did that for several years after college and decided I wanted to get my teaching credentials. So I went back to school and got a master's in teaching with an endorsement to teach math in grades four through 12. Then I taught for a little bit, took time off to raise my kids, and then came back to work to teach. And I've been at IMS for 4 years now. These are the units of study in honors geometry. I'll let you take a look at that for a little bit, and I'll just be quiet for a second while you're looking at that. Just pause the video if that wasn't enough time. But right now we're in Tools of Geometry, which is a pretty foundational unit. The kids know it's a little bit easier than most of the other units, but I've told them to not get too complacent because it does get a little more interesting and challenging after this unit. Uh, so those are the rest of the units. We do get into trigonometry toward the end of the year, so that's super fun for the kids. They all are always really excited to learn about trigonometry. Okay, homework. There will be frequent at-home assignments this year. Sometimes the kids will be able to get them done during Gator time, especially if they don't have homework coming in from other classes. Homework at IMS is not graded directly, but it is really imperative that they do their homework to do well on assessments. Um, Practice makes perfect, and although we do a ton of practice in class, it really is important that they do their homework in addition. The more they do, the better, and the more solid understanding they'll have of the material. If you ever want to see whether or not your child is missing any homework assignments, you can look in Schoology. Schoology is the place to look for missing assignments. Grading, IMS is on a standards-based grading system. This is the third year we've been doing it, so most of you are familiar with that. My next slide will tell a little bit more about that. But basically, standards-based grading is to let students and parents know how close the student came to being proficient at a Common Core standard. We also have a final at the end of every trimester. The good news is the final will not hurt your student's grade, but it could improve their grade. So it's kind of a no risk test for the students. Okay, here are the standards-based grading. I won't go over this in detail, but just want to mention that level 4 means level 4, the students have all the tools that they need. They've learned all the tools in class or doing homework, but they've learned all the tools that they need without going on their own to Khan Academy or wherever. They don't have to watch videos or do any reading beyond what is taught to them in class to be able to do a level 4. So what a level 4 question is it's a new application. So it's taking what they've learned in class and applying it in a situation that we haven't seen before. So if they are able to get a level 4, that means they really do understand the material inside and out and are able to apply it in new problems that they haven't had exposure to. Here is the grading scale. Since this is a high school class, we have to convert, for purposes of transcripts, have to convert their standards-based grading grade to a letter grade, and this is how it all ends up. You can get a 4 or a 3.5 and still get an A. A 3 is an A minus, a 2.5 is a B, a 2 is a C, and then a 1 means that there was not sufficient evidence that they approached standard in the class. Supplies, you already have seen this, but spiral notebook, they all have a spiral notebook. They were fantastic about getting those. Thank you very much. They've been busy gluing notes into them and using their table of contents and all that kind of stuff. Scientific calculator, I think most of them have that from algebra. Any brand is fine. They should have one of those pretty shortly if they don't have one already. I think that is it. I hope I get to meet you at curriculum night, but if not, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. There's my email address, And students can always send me Schoology messages, which they do if they have questions or concerns. And I look forward to meeting you.